Like anything in life, the success of any home recording studio is in the details. So I'm gonna show you 5 small home studio accessories that make a huge difference. Starting off with number 1, a headphone holder. In the past, oftentimes when I'm mixing on headphones, I would leave them on my desk or hang them on my mic arm. That just creates clutter or potentially dent or damage my headphones. So I got this headphone hanger off Amazon for a few dollars, and it's exactly what I didn't think I needed. Look, it even adjusts and turns to various directions. So when I'm working in the studio, if I want to just move my headphones out of the way from my leg space, I could easily just turn them and everything will just stay in place. No screws, no fuss. I just pull down this bottom part and it adjusts and tightens to your desk. I know it's such a small detail, but creating an environment where all of your tools have a place to live and belong, in my opinion, gives me one less thing to worry about when I'm creating. It also shows to your clients that are coming into your studio that you have your studio organized enough to find a place for such an important tool like your headphones. Number 2, a second monitor. And when I mean monitor, I essentially mean a second computer screen. After a while producing music, I realized that having a second screen became almost a necessity. Having more screen space can help you visualize your project more and reduce the amount of plugins and clutter taking up your screen while you're creating music. And this also goes for content creators, and if you're a music producer, it almost goes hand in hand nowadays, because literally while I'm recording this very video, I'm recording the audio on Ableton and I have the script on a second monitor. Another example which applies more to music, that you can have your project on the main screen and you can have plugins or a tutorial on a second screen, or a console program to help route your audio, or a screen recording and streaming platform like OBS. This is of course all possible with one screen. Just having 2 or more will really make it easier to go from app to app, visualize everything versus just minimizing and maximizing and trying to find everything on one screen. You will of course need to buy an HDMI cable, which of course I left a link to in the description of this video, as well as links to all the products I'm going to be mentioning. Of course, I get a small kickback, which really helps out the channel, so check it out. Number 3, wire adapters. Unfortunately, with most Apple products, they strictly use USB-C or Thunderbolt ports, and a lot of MIDI keyboards and other music making equipment use the standard USB wires. So having these adapters were essential, and one of the first things I considered buying when I decided to switch over to a Mac computer. I got this pack of 2 adapters from Amazon. I have an example of one right here, and so far they have been very useful. However, one thing of note for any universal audio interface users, universal audio interfaces specifically use a particular type of Thunderbolt wire, which took an annoying amount of time to figure out, and I even had to email customer service to figure out the difference. So those adapters unfortunately won't work for your universal audio interfaces, so I included a link to the particular wire you will need in the description as well. But for any other interface such as the Focusrite Scarlett, these particular adapters will work perfectly well, and they are a must-have. But before I continue with this video, I just want to give a personal shout out to TrackLib. It is a sample library of over 100,000 amazing samples, sounds, and loops. Another essential tool for any music producer are your sounds and your samples. They are what we live and breathe by. And if you click the link in the description of this video, you'll get access to 50% off with the premium and max plan subscriptions. You're able to clear amazing samples for absolutely free. It comes with the plan. So if we're talking about must-haves as a producer, this is an absolutely no-brainer and a must-have subscription. So what are you waiting for? Click the link in the description, gain access to TrackLib, and start sampling like the pros. Let's get back to the video. Number 4, a keyboard and mouse. Once I got my Mac, I quickly realized that the size of the keyboard on the laptop was just not gonna cut it. And since I am using my laptop as a second computer screen, it just wasn't really convenient for me to keep twisting my body every time I need to type something. And same thing goes for my mouse. I personally really like the feel of a traditional mouse. It personally works better for my setup, and it is a setup that I assume most producers have. I bought this keyboard and mouse combo from ProtoArc off Amazon. I've had them for about a year at this point, and I can honestly say that the battery life is great because I've only had to charge them 4 times each. One thing of note is that mine only came with 1 charging wire, so if you have an extra USB-C wire hanging around, it will definitely come in handy. And number 5, monitor stands. This is great not only for your desk space, but also to reduce the amount of bass frequencies coming out of your studio monitors. Essentially, the sound filters down the stand, so less of those low rumbling frequencies ring out. This is great for monitors such as the KRKs, which are famously, or rather infamously, known for having a lot of low end that could be misleading when you're mixing those parts of your song. The ones I found on Amazon are pretty solid, but I will say that they don't tighten around the monitors too securely. So far, they haven't fallen out, so I guess they're doing their job. But it is something to keep in mind if you're going to purchase them. They're solid and easy to put together, so once again, check the link in the description to go get them. Alright guys, let me know in the comments any of the cool and interesting accessories that you have in your studio that make a huge difference, or if you have any of these types of products and what you think of them. Once again, links to all the products are in the description below, and to be honest, I do get a small kickback so I could keep the channel running. Until next time, subscribe for more music production content, and I'll see you on the next one. This has been Microwave. Stay cooking. Peace.